After a difficult and stressful period, Jorge Martin has officially returned with greater ambition than ever. He's not only racing again, he's also determined to shake Marc Márquez's dominance, which had previously seemed almost untouchable, ahead of the 2026 MotoGP season. Could Jorge Martin's resurgence mark the beginning of a new, heated rivalry that could alter the landscape of the World Championship race? Let's discuss. After a difficult 2025 season marred by injuries and accidents, Martin returns with a newfound confidence. The Spanish rider confirmed that, for the first time in a long while, he is physically and mentally prepared for a full season without any fitness issues. This represents a significant turning point after a difficult period that nearly halted his momentum at the highest level of MotoGP. Last season, Martin's injuries forced him to miss several crucial races, making it difficult for him to find a consistent racing rhythm. His inconsistent performances with Aprilia raised questions about his ability to compete for the World Championship. However, despite public doubt and immense pressure, Martin admits that he never lost faith in his abilities. After a lengthy recovery process and an intensive structured training program, Martin is confident that he will arrive in Thailand in the best condition he has been in recent seasons. His confidence is further strengthened by positive results during pre-season testing, where he demonstrated significant adaptation to the latest version of the 2026 Aprilia RSGP. Aprilia's new bike is said to have undergone significant improvements, particularly in terms of cornering stability, traction upon exiting corners, and consistent performance across various track conditions. Martin admits to having a better understanding of the RSGP's characteristics, and he feels much more confident pushing the bike to its limits, something that was a major obstacle last season. With his excellent physical condition and a more competitive technical package, Martin is ready to pose a serious threat in the 2026 season. Jorge Martin's return to peak condition poses a serious threat to Marc Márquez, the reigning MotoGP world champion who dominated the 2025 season with the Ducati Lenovo team. Marquez secured his 7th Premier Class world title thanks to his consistency, speed, and astute reading of the race. However, Martin is no stranger to top-tier competition. At his peak, he is known as an aggressive rider with devastating one-lap speed and a fearless streak in head-to-head duels. This characteristic often makes him a formidable opponent, even for the experienced Marquez. Martin views the 2026 Thailand MotoGP as the ideal stage to gauge his recovery after a long, challenging period of rehabilitation. He sees the Buriram race as an important benchmark for gauging his consistency, confidence, and competitiveness at the highest level, not just as a competition. The Buriram circuit's long straightaways, combined with a series of technical corners, will test not only the rider's physical condition, but also their motorcycle's readiness and their team's strategies. Even the slightest mistake can have a significant impact, making this race crucial in determining the competitive landscape of the 2026 MotoGP. When asked about the 2026 MotoGP competitive landscape, Jorge Martin did not shy away from mentioning Marc Márquez. In a calm yet confident tone, Martin sent a clear message to the reigning world champion. Marc is an extraordinary rider and a key reference in MotoGP today. I have a lot of respect for what he's achieved, but this season is different. I'm performing at my best, and when I'm at that level, I'm not afraid to face anyone, including Marc. The rivalry between Jorge Martin and Marc Márquez is expected to be one of the 2026 MotoGP season's main highlights. Both riders are from Spain and are known for their aggressive racing styles and willingness to take risks to win. Their every encounter on the track is expected to produce high tension and captivating action. The difference is that Marquez enters this season with high confidence as the reigning world champion, armed with experience, a champion's mentality, and consistency in crucial moments. Meanwhile, Martin comes with a passion to prove himself after a difficult period that tested his mental toughness and performance. This combination of reigning champion status and challenger ambition is expected to produce a heated duel from the opening round that could continue until the end of the season. Aprilia, on the other hand, is said to have worked extra hard on developing the RSGP to increase its competitiveness at the front of the pack. A focus on stability, acceleration, and long-distance race performance is key to challenging Ducati's dominance. If these improvements are effective, Martin could spearhead Aprilia's pursuit of podiums and wins more consistently throughout the 2026 season. Meanwhile, Marc Márquez is also making a cautious comeback. After suffering a serious injury at the 2025 Indonesian Grand Prix, which resulted in a fractured bone and a shoulder ligament injury, Ducati has chosen to focus on the rider's long-term recovery. Marquez began his return to the track with a closed-door test session on the Ducati Panigale 5.2, a bike that is considered an ideal transition before riding a MotoGP prototype again. Each lap he completes isn't about chasing the fastest time. Rather, it's about reading his body's response and ensuring he's truly ready. Ducati is monitoring this process very closely. There are no time targets or performance pressure. Everything is oriented toward career sustainability. Marquez himself has embraced this approach with maturity, recognizing that patience is key to his comeback. As he enters MotoGP 2026, Marc Márquez is scheduled to test the Ducati Desmosedici GP26, the latest motorcycle designed as a significant advancement from the previous generation. The GP26 was developed primarily to improve braking stability, provide smoother yet more aggressive corner exit acceleration, and enable much more consistent tyre management throughout the race. These technical characteristics are highly compatible with Marquez's explosive and high-pressure riding style from the opening laps. Ducati has placed great faith in Marquez as the centrepiece of their MotoGP project this season, making him a key figure in the development and refinement of the GP26. The world champion's ambition is clear: to not only prove himself after a difficult period, but also to stage a perfect comeback and reclaim the world title, thus cementing his dominance in the new era of MotoGP. Jorge Martin's resurgence on the Aprilia RSGP 2026 and Marc Márquez's return to top form on the Desmosedici GP26 make MotoGP 2026 one of the most competitive seasons in the last decade. The competition will certainly become fiercer as the performance gap between riders and bikes narrows. The pressure comes not only from these two big names, but also from the maturing KTM, the consistent Aprilia, and the Japanese manufacturers who continue to develop aggressively to return to the top. One thing is certain though: the 2026 Thailand MotoGP is more than just the season opener. It symbolises the revival of many parties and marks the beginning of a long, intriguing battle and a major duel that could determine the outcome of the World Championship until the end of the season. Is Martin's comeback strong enough to shake Marquez's dominance as the reigning world champion? Let's know your thoughts below.